In Path of Exile 2, there are 8 primary end-game grinds that you can do, all of which have their own sort of system. Unique rewards player power that you can get only from them. We're going to introduce the first 2 of them right here. The first one here is called the Trial of the Sekamos. It's actually a sequel to Sanctum League from PoE 1. In order to gain entry, you need a coin containing the soul of a gene. Now, the trial is made up of various different rooms, and it works a little bit like a roguelike type encounter system, where effectively you pick each room and you want to be able to kill those as fast as you can to complete the room. So once you've completed the room, you can go into the next room to get your reward. Now, in this case, we have a silver keys that can be used at the end of the trial to be able to get rewards, but you have to be able to survive the entire trial to be able to claim them. Now, this is the map for the trial, and you can effectively pick what type of room. There are a few different issues. One of them is that the next room will have a type. So for a type of trial, for example, here's an hourglass trial, and it also has a type of reward. But also some of them have boons or banes that might get you. So this one says, for example, when you enter it, that'll affect you with blunt sword on entry, which means you and your minions are 40% less damage. There's a blood chalice here, which you need to fill with blood by killing rare monsters in this area. This is a boss through formidable steel yourself. You need to be very careful. So that's the boss of the end of the first floor of the Sanctum. But there's lots more bosses in Sanctum to find, as I said, because each of them have different types of rewards in them. Now, the other thing that you get to do here is use the Altar of Ascendancy. You get to pick between 3 different Ascendancy classes in early access. There's only going to be 2 available for each class, and those give you interesting things that are only available to your class. For example, here is called the Hellhound. It has very interesting ability. It's a minion, so because we're a minion class, this can be really useful. But also it takes damage for you every time you take damage. It gets transferred to the Hellhound, so he's a really good boy. Another one interesting is that if we respell quickly away from that, we are turning into a demon form. While you're a demon, you lose life constantly, but you also have much higher spell damage. So next, let's talk about how this trial extends into endgame. So effectively, as you go through this trial, you might find items called relics, which can be crafted. You can see an example of a blue one here. One says, monsters of a 4% chance to drop double sacred water and gain 16 sacred water at the side of the trail now. These are ways that you can effectively improve your odds. Before you start your round, put a coin in, then you've got these slots here that you can put the relics in. And you can also unlock more slots by doing this move in order to be able to put more in. So this is the brief introduction of the trial. If you want to know more, please don't hesitate to join PoE 2.